SCP-2241. Object Class Euclid. Due to an incident involving a recently suspended researcher, and in order to facilitate research, personnel other than the assigned psychologists and those specifically designated may not become friendly with SCP-2241. If personnel suspect that SCP-2241 is beginning to develop a rapport with them, they are required to deter this. Addendum 2241-01. Following initial testing, it seems that only a more developed ability will yield new data. Standard emotional manipulation and gaslighting techniques have had no effect thus far. Allowing a D-Class to believe he has a valuable hostage in SCP-2241 and a chance to escape may provide the required emotional stimulus. Addendum 2241-02. During the hostage situation test, it became clear that SCP-2241 retains an aversion to violence it considers unnecessary. This is undesirable for testing purposes. Placing SCP-2241 in a more direct and obvious danger following a violent incident may push it to use its abilities further. During this test, SCP-2241 showed direct control over changing the composition of a manipulated object. In this case, it was able to change a knife into a piece of chocolate. I hypothesized that SCP-2241 was hungry during the event. Since the main testing event, it has shown semi-consistent use of this object transformation ability with a slightly extended range for telekinetic abilities. Pending further analysis of the data from the previous test, testing is now on hold by order of the Ethics Committee. And after seeing a man killed and using its newly developed violent abilities, SCP-2241 has become unstable in a manner of dangerous to both itself and the Foundation. A new Foundation psychiatrist is being assigned to SCP-2241. Already a month, huh? Shame. I was starting to get used to this office. Well. Must be excited though, newbie. Or should I even call you that now that your probation's over? Don't miss me too much when you're off on your own, okay? Sheesh, tough crowd, alright. Well, I'm sure Lissy will be getting in anytime soon to see Grant. Guess you want to go see her, huh? Yeah, tell her hi for me, won't you? Thanks.
Alright, here we go, I guess. Dr. Grant?
Ah, Knox, hello. Good to see you on time for this little meeting. It's been a month, so let's lay the groundwork for your probation, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
You're going to be working with your former mentee as they finish their probation, but I will also be checking in with you on a regular basis.
What about Valdez?
Valdez will have no say in your cases or anything of the sort. I can assure you of that.
Oh, thank God.
We can talk about full reinstatement in a few weeks as long as you stay in line and do your job.
I always do, Grant. Yes, ma'am. Will do.
Good. I think that will be all for now. Glad to have you back, Dr. Knox.
Yeah, same. Grant? How is SCP-2241 been?
SCP-2241 is no longer any of your concern, Knox. You're no longer on that case, and in fact, you are not permitted to be anywhere near the containment cell or access the case file at all. Understood?
But... Understood.
Good. You're dismissed. Your cases will be in your office, although I will warn you Valdez has been using your office in your absence.
Seriously?
I did not approve it. He took it upon himself to do so. I've talked to him about it. And now that you're back again, the office is still yours. Let me know if he insists on being stubborn.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Grant. Great. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. This is Valdez we're talking about. Little rat. I wish that was the worst thing he's done when I was gone, but who knows what kind of damage he's done to Cam. And maybe to Newbie. I can check on at least one of them, but I have no way to check on Cameron right now without getting in more trouble. Damn it! Out. Now.
Rude. Good to see you again too, Lissy. You dismissed the newest researcher.
Cut the bullshit and get out of my office, asshole.
Fine. I was on my way out anyways. And here I thought your little mandatory vacation would have mellowed you out a little.
You fucking wish.
Right. You know, Knox, you really should learn how to mind your manners. Next time, you might not be so lucky to get off with just a suspension.
Is that a threat?
No, not at all, Knox. Just a warning.
What about Cameron, Valdez? What have you been doing to him?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss that case with you. I'm sure Grant told you that, but don't worry. I won't tell her you asked. But hey, maybe you could get her former mentee to poke around in the case file and relay that information to you. But you didn't hear that from me.
What's your game here?
Nothing. You're the one asking. I'm just giving you an option. Oh, speaking of your former mentee, they have your bat. If you want it back, you'll have to get it from them. Though I still don't really see the point. Here's the files Grant left on your desk for you. Better get to work. See you, Lissy.
Dickhead. Alright. No more letting him get to you. Just let's go over and go see how Newbie's been doing. I told you you'd get your own office eventually. Even if it's one of the small ones, but hey, better than nothing, right? Good to see you too, newbie. Hey, I respect that you made it past probation, but I missed out on a month of calling you that, so I gotta make up the time. It is good to be back, even with Valdez being, well, Valdez. Right. Hey, how's Drew doing? And Cameron, have you heard anything about Cameron? Valdez has been keeping you busy, huh? So you haven't gotten the chance to look? That little weasel, what is his game here? Wait, you managed to read some of his early research in the file? Well, that's something. Huh. The ethics committee actually stepped in. Well, that's something, I guess. And Drew? He's okay, right? Well, that's good. Wait, what? Why was he getting flack from higher-ups? He wasn't the one who reported me? Why would he... God, he's lucky he's well-liked. I'll have to thank him next time I see him. I've only been back for less than an hour and I already have so many questions. And I keep thinking about that letter. The Serpent's hand. They don't usually reach out to people like this, do they? Let alone researchers of the Foundation. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't intrigued. Answers would be nice, but am I really considering this? Oh, sorry. Spaced out for a second there. Nothing. Just glad to be back. I know that we both have jobs to do, and I should probably get to those files. Don't want to get on Grant's shit list so soon after getting back, but could I ask a favor? You can say no, I don't want to get you in trouble, but could you try to get a hold of Cameron's file? I need to make sure he's okay. You will? Thank you. Seriously, I owe you big time.
hold had been overwritten by 05-3 upon receipt of full analysis. The data we're receiving has been judged to be worth the danger, and SCP-2241 remains under the illusion that it's working with the Foundation. Testing will go ahead as planned. Addendum 2241-04. Following recent rounds of O5-approved rapid-fire testing, with added emotional risks such as innocent bystanders and risks to SCP-2241's personal belongings, SCP-2241 has developed many further abilities consistent with reports of late-stage telekinetic reality benders. SCP-2241 can now consistently teleport matter and itself, act upon information from apparently several seconds in the future, and move or transform matter within 12 meters without directly viewing it. Hitherto, unrecorded abilities such as self-duplication are also present. SCP-2241 has also shown good control over its abilities, expressing excitement about leveling up, the desire to learn more soon, and to better help the Foundation. Neurological and physiological monitoring during certain tests has brought some insight into the development of such abilities. Specific areas of the brain have been identified as key to anomalous perception and control, as described in Document 2241, Neuro 23. Some demonstrations of tests include manipulation of non-SCP classification, anomalous objects ranging from simple movement to teleportation to complex puzzle solving, apparent danger to Foundation personnel from malfunctioning armed droids, bomb disposal in the vicinity of innocent civilian D-Class, a suicide bomber attacking innocent civilian D-Class with the stipulation that the bomber be taken alive, and 2 civilians held hostage in a room connected via bulletproof glass window by enemies with guns which SCP-2241 was informed were impervious to sabotage. SCP-2241 was also informed that the hostages could not be teleported without physical contact. 2241 was instructed to rescue both hostages. The Ethics Committee formally recommends that testing be ceased while SCP-2241 receives treatment for severe emotional problems and personnel are investigated. Overridden by 05-3. Testing will go ahead as scheduled. Treatment of known problems will commence immediately afterward. Previous testing was approved with 05 clearance. Addendum 2241-05. In light of recent results, psychiatric treatment of SCP-2241 has been delayed in favor of invasive neurological testing, with emphasis on closer monitoring of newly discovered hotspots during utilization of anomalous abilities in live combat. Surgery will commence within the week, and SCP-2241 will then be deployed against armed D-Class from military backgrounds.
Testing cancelled by Ethics Committee following routine review. Researcher Valdez under investigation. Security clearance temporarily revoked. Implanting a monitoring chip into a child this young cannot be done without significant developmental damage in later years. This will cause catastrophic problems for both the child and long-term containment, given his well-developed capabilities. Additionally, deploying a child in combat, even under testing conditions, violates all moral norms. Personnel involved in sweeping the previous rapid-fire test under the rug are under review.
Testing reinstated by order of 053. Researcher Valdez's clearance restored. These tests are more important than one SCP, regardless of whether it looks like a child. Long-term containment and observation is no longer a priority, given the utility of data we've collected via intensive testing in the short term. The risk of the SCP breaching containment is minimal, given its loyalty. We now know which parts of the brain deal with certain anomalous abilities. With more detail, we can see how. We may even learn how to induce these abilities, and we will definitely learn how to neutralize them.
Testing cancelled by 054 and 057 following investigation of researcher complaints. Researcher Valdez held by security personnel pending council meeting. This is too far. We cannot let this stand as precedent. This is but one step removed from child soldiers and even less removed from militarizing an SCP-level object.
Testing reinstated by majority overseer vote following emergency council meeting. Researcher Valdez exonerated. Testing will go ahead at the end of the week, assuming no complications.
I believe the results will justify both the risks and the means. We're closer than ever to understanding the mechanism by which human brains interact with extra-normal phenomena. The emotional and eventual neurological damage to SCP-2241 is unfortunate, but it's also necessary for the advancement of our understanding. In addition, due to the new modification of the monitoring hardware, 2241 can be neutralized quickly should it become a threat at any time after the surgery. Well, hello there. To what do I owe the pleasure? You look like a deer in headlights, newbie. You should work on your poker face. Can I help you with something? Just needed to check some details on one of the cases you worked with me during your probation, huh? Fair enough. Did you get everything you needed? Good. Be on your way then.
Drew, hey.
Lissa? Welcome back. Finally off probation?
Yep. I'd make a jab at you about not being there to welcome me, but I figure that might have gotten you more in the doghouse than you have been, so...
Wait, how did you...
A little birdie might have told me that you got into some trouble for not immediately reporting me.
That snitch. But, yeah. No, they weren't too happy with me about that.
I can't imagine they would be. What with the sticks up their asses and all that.
Right.
Why didn't you do it? You talked a big game after the whole thing happened, and you could have lost your job, or worse, maybe. I don't know. The Foundation is weird about this stuff, but you put yourself at risk.
I know. God, I wasn't expecting a lecture from you of all people. Look, we've known each other for how long now? I do trust you and your decisions. And I know you have more of a moral compass than you like to let on.
Oh, shut it.
No, I'm serious. And it's not a bad thing, Lissa.
It is when you were here, Drew. You know that. You've met Valdez, and pretty much everyone else who works here. The ethics committee is a fucking joke more often than not. God. I thought the Foundation was supposed to answer questions, not make more, yet here I am.
Lissa, I'm worried about you. Okay? What's on your mind?
I know you are.
You know that I can tell whenever your mind is going a mile a minute, right? Spill.
No, it's nothing. It's fine. I'm fine. I don't want to get you in more trouble than I already have, so the less you know what's going on with me, the better.
Okay, and what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Forget it.
Allie!
Whoa, newbie. You okay? What's wrong? You found Cameron's file? Oh God, what did you... Shit. Drew, you should go. That way you have plausible deniability.
Lissa, I'm already in this shit. You don't need to protect me, okay? Come on. I know a more private place to talk. I've been worried about the kid too.
God, okay, fine.
Okay, this should be a safe place to talk. What did you find?
A chip? What, like he's a dog? Are they fucking serious? And they put him in situations where he... Oh God, Cam, I'm sorry.
God, I thought Valdez was getting into some trouble. I mean, before you came back, he was let out and gone for a bit. He only got back the day before you did. I thought they were keeping him in check, but this? Look, I understand wanting to get data, but being willing to sacrifice a kid's mental and physical well-being... The O5 member that made those notes was right. This is bordering on child soldiers.
Cam, he's just a kid, and I'm going to kill Valdez. I swear to God, I'm going to kill him.
Lissa, as deserved as that would be, all that would do is hurt you and Cameron. You'll be dealt with, and they'll just give this case to someone else. Maybe someone worse than Valdez, if that's possible.
Fuck! You're right. You're right. I'm fine. I'll be fine.
No, you very clearly are not.
I'm fine, Drew. But Valdez will suffer for this, one way or another.
Don't do anything reckless, Lissa. Newbie, how recent was the last entry you read? A few days ago. Okay. So we have until the end of this week. Maybe we can figure something out. Maybe we can go to Grant.
Grant won't do shit. You know she won't. She doesn't care about stuff like this. All talking to her will accomplish is getting us in deeper trouble.
Hey, then we'll figure something else out. Okay? We need to be smart about this, or we won't be able to help Cameron. There's too much we don't know, and if we go into this without a plan, then we're screwed.
Right. You're right. I know. I
know. We'll figure it out. You've got a good heart, Allie.
Shut up.
Too much we don't know. The person in the letter, they said they had knowledge that I don't have.
Hey, promise me, and Newbie over here for that matter, that you won't do something that you're gonna regret. Okay?
Really?
You know I have to ask.
Fine. I promise.
The address on the letter, I know where that is.
Thank you. You two stay safe. I need to go, but we'll talk later.
Right. You stay safe too, Drew.
I'll do my best.
No. No, I'm not okay, Newbie. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but hopefully I'll have some answers soon. What am I planning? It might be best if you don't know, until I have some time to figure some stuff out. Be safe? What, not gonna give me an earful about it? Yeah, I guess I would do whatever I'm planning to do regardless. But I'll be safe. I promise. We should get to working on our cases. I'll talk to you later, yeah?
It might be time to pay the Serpent's hand a visit.